Holy happy birthday, Nemesis. Hello, guys, and welcome to the Chain Dogs podcast here live on YouTube. We're back for now. I hope you're all doing very well.
Is this thing on?
That is
This thing on?
That is not the intro I was expecting.
No, it's not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Nemesis 31. Wow, it's amazing. Well, we've had the Nemesis attraction for 31 years. It's obviously reborn now. I sound like shit because I feel like shit. Just letting you all know. So just throwing it out there.
Got man flu.
The man flu.
Got
Towers flu. I wasn't near Toxicator, don't worry. So how is everybody doing? Have you had?
When you said if you got the lurgy in the chat, I was like, "Fuck me!" I've not heard that word in
the lurgy.
Do not call it the lurgy anymore.
I call it lurgy anymore.
It's a northern thing, isn't it? Calling it lurgy.
Lurgy.
Yeah.
Lurgy.
Holy shit! That took me back a few.
You are from Yorkshire. Let's not forget this, right?
Oh no, I tried to remind my managers at work every chance I get.
Hello, my name's Mikhail. How you doing? That must be quite funny actually when you turn on the Yorkshire accent at work, like in Canada. That must be a thing. That must be a thing to witness.
I tell my managers all the time that we need to hire like at least one more person from Yorkshire, so that we can just rip the piss out of everyone else at work, and we need to hire a Geordie from Newcastle as well.
Hey up,
because the Canadian people here need to learn of the phenomenon that is the Geordie accent.
You should get like a Scouser and a Geordie and get them to argue, and the Canadian people have no idea what's going on. Add in someone from like the Black Country as well.
Oh, incredible!
Dudley.
Just have them all shouting at each other across the restaurant, like we do on high streets in every city.
Oh, it'd be great. Hello to Bullock, hello John, hello Matt, hello Super Bart, Leaves on the Lawn, City Limits, Kira, Cuppers and Coasters, Lorna and Coast Claire. How you all doing? Hope you're all doing well. Did you have a good opening weekend? Let us know in the chat. We're going to touch upon Towers opening. It was fun and stressful at the same time, but it was fun. And we're going to talk about James's trip to Etterling, because we've got a lot to catch up on.
Because you're all flaky.
And then Emma's going to talk about Madrid.
I've been here every week.
I'm not. I was here.
I've been here every week.
Yeah, it's been rough. It was good, but bad. Yes, it really was. It was Tim Hortons versus Greg's coming soon.
Tim Hortons cookies, coffees, and cookies to be fair. And Greg sausage rolls
and yum yums combined.
Greg's everything.
Greg's yum yums.
I love a yum yum.
Yum yums and mint.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, you didn't get
your
pizza,
the pizza debate.
You know what really upsets me about that pizza debate is Matt said, "Oh, let's take a photo with your compo face," and I didn't realize it was going on Twitter, and like 300 people has liked it. I was like, brilliant! I look like an actual idiot. Thanks for that, Matthew.
Fuck you, Towers.
Just a word about it. Like, if any of you have any plans of meeting up with the Buzz Bars crew that are coming over to the UK in June, please take them to a Greg's. That's all I ask.
Oh, I'll take them all to Greg's drive-through down the road. It'd be lovely.
Do it.
That's
do
a great
it.
time.
Do it.
Follow me, guys. We're going for a
We've
Greg's.
got 2 buses of like 50 people traipsing up and down
We'll
the
get
UK.
a bus through it. It's fine.
Take the buses through the drive-through.
Mate, I've seen a horse and cart in the Greg's drive-through in Yorkshire, so it's all good.
Yeah, I remember you saying that story.
Went to Leeds to pick some up for work, and
Please,
literally we stepped into Leeds, and there was a horse and cart in the Greg's drive-through.
Well, they say that you can't walk. Like any drive-through, they always go mad if you walk through it, so they can't be mad at a horse.
I've actually been on a motorbike for a drive-through before, and then they made me park up. It was really annoying. So I could have just gone in the shop.
We had to pay
Anyway, coasters.
Oh no, we had to pay a taxi once to pick us up down the road because we tried to walk through a Mackey's drive-through because it weren't open. And they weren't. They were like, you have to drive through. So we ordered a taxi to the Mackie to drive us through the drive-through. We bought a meal.
Why once.
Fucking hell, I'm dying. Yes.
It's always Warsaw.
It was Wazzle, yeah.
Open, and it's fucking drive-through, and like they say they're open for dining. No, it's drive-through only.
Yeah, Warsaw 2 years ago.
I've had that same argument.
I do have a Greg drive-through, Matt, but because you're a bad friend, you wouldn't know that because you never come to see me.
Oh,
Damn.
anyway, Coasties.
Yeah.
Mm.
What should we talk about first? Towers, Efteling, or Madrid?
We'll just go
Or
with
should we
Towers.
talk about news, Mikhail?
You can start with Towers.
Oh, we have
You can
news.
start with- Everyone's been at Towers.
Yeah, calm down, Emma. It's not much, right? It's...
I wasn't listening.
In fact, do the Towers weekend first. That'll lead well into what I have to say as well.
No worries. So, Toxicator, the new Husk Top spin, opened at Towers. And some people got to get on it on Friday, part of the content creator program. I couldn't make it, unfortunately, which was a bit annoying, but got in the queue line for it first thing on Saturday, and it is spectacular.
Sorry, I've
It's
just
great
realised you were wearing a
top spin.
Curse at Alton Manor hoodie. That's actually kind of swaggy. I like that.
Yeah, man. Because I'll get onto that actually after.
How long did you queue for Toxicator in that
Shit,
morning cattle pen?
I literally just edited the vlog. But just, well, we got in there before it opened, so it started cycling once we got towards the Skyride station turn. So it went down the back towards Skyride, and as we came back round, that's when really we started to move. So I don't know, maybe about 60, 70 minutes, something like that. Which ain't bad for a brand new attraction. Especially at Towers on opening weekend as well. But I really enjoyed it. What did you think of it, Emma?
I like it. I like top spins anyway. I'm a big flat ride fan. I did it on Friday, and contrary to popular belief, we didn't get a crazy cycle to impress us or anything like that. I got exactly the same cycle that it ran on Saturday and Sunday. I enjoyed it. It wasn't crazy. It weren't a Telecon, but it was enough. Like on a Sunday with hangover, it was enough.
It was fun because like we filmed the test sequence it did, and the sequence it did all weekend was the same, which we noticed. Only though on the test sequence it didn't do the first two flips at the start. It did one, faked it, went back round, and then did the two flips, and then did the three flips afterwards. So that's how they were testing it. But when we got on it, it was so spacious. Like I was blown away with how much space I had either side. I had people.
Well, Carl was worried. Carl was worried about getting on it. You know, he struggles sometimes, and he had loads of room. He got loads of clicks. Said it was great. So it is very accommodating.
And even on the second ride, I got stapled a bit, but it wasn't uncomfortable. It was an extra click too much, but it didn't really hurt, if you know what I mean. Like if you get an extra click too much on some rides, it can like ruin the experience completely. But it didn't. It was really smooth. It was fast in some areas, some great hang time, especially on the last flip after the free flips. You get that at night. It was spinning so quick when it actually span. And it held us upside down pretty much as it was bringing us down. It was insane. It was really good.
I found a new hobby. You know how much I like sitting at Pleasure Beach FY4 fountains to see people get wet? Well, we can do this on Toxicator too. If you're on the side of the sky ride, when it flips that way, the water pours off the edge and wets people. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I could when they allow that through path, I'm taking a deck chair and I'm just going to sit there. It's kind of annoying that you can't see it from Costa because I just sit there with a beer all day. Just
yeah, you can't.
In my places, you take this deck chair. Have more creds than me at this point. The amount of instances of just UK stuff that we have of Emma pulling a deck chair up to watch. It's great.
Just imagine us sat there in some like deck chair, like with a mirror, just like tanning a neck, just laughing at people.
Have you
Like,
seen me? I do not tan, Luke. The
You're
words
trying to
Emma and
tan.
tan do not go together.
No,
okay?
Emma's
Fine.
sat in the sun with a black lace umbrella.
a beer helmet.
Although I couldn't drink at that Costa. I can't drink at that Costa anymore because we
'Cause
don't
you
sell
can't get
cider
beer
anymore. It's only Toxicator lager. That's the only alcohol they sell there.
What's
and
that?
I'm
You've been
fucking
banned? What?
livid. Why would they take cider out of there? And Blue Wicked.
So at
Sometimes I
least
want
Wait.
Blue Wicked.
They don't sell cider and anything else. Do
They,
sell
well, they
ci-
took the fridges out. They took the fridges
Oh,
out, haven't they? And
I
it's
didn't
just
go
for
in.
touch screens now. So it's touch screens. There's no fridges. So you can't help yourself to like a butty or out.
Fuming,
And
mate.
on the
What?
menu, the only alcoholic drink was Toxicator lager.
Uh,
The stink eye I gave the staff in there.
Absolutely fuming, mate.
Libu.
shit. I didn't actually go in there. I missed that completely. We had screens at Just Chicken, but they've been there for a while. Where else did we have screens? No, that was it. Yeah, I didn't go in anywhere else. I always go to the Costa at Wickerman. It's just usually pretty quiet. I was filming the vlog. I was like, yeah, I always go to this Costa. It's always quiet. And then there was like all the seats were taken up at the welcome in, like where the bushes bit were. And then Costa had like a 6 deep fucking queue that was going on.
Every
"Damn it."
queue was a long queue. In terms of like food and beverage, it was wild. Everything had a long queue. The queue for the bar in the courtyard was outrageous at times. The welcome in wasn't open. So it was just that little outside bit. Shite.
Yeah, tavern. Like, why is that not open? Like when I don't know. It's
Oh,
weird.
Rob says can confirm Toxicator lager is still the same. Laugh and scream crap.
Yeah.
Thank God I I didn't get one bought for me then, because my Nemesis lager is still sealed.
Yeah, I've got the
On my shelf.
2 other ones. They're sealed. I don't drink lager, so I just like the cans, so I keep them. But I would get one, but I forgot.
Like back to Toxicator.
Mhm.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people saying that it's not like as intense as Talakan, or it's just like they prefer Talakan and stuff. I can't imagine that Towers would want it to be as intense as Talakan. Like they want as many. They would. I imagine they would want as many people, you know, wanting to ride it and rewrite it and enjoy it as much as possible. Like I'm someone who loves Talakan as well, but at the same time, it's not the most rewritable thing on planet Earth just because of how physically demanding that cycle is.
Yeah. So what I found with Toxicator was off ride, the cycle didn't look insane, but when you was actually riding it, it was a lot more intense than it looked. So the cycle
It was enough.
Yeah, it was perfect because
And it's a theme cycle as well. Like it runs to the audio, although they should have on-ride audio because you can't quite hear it. But the best thing about it was, because obviously it faces out in both directions, is that both sides get the same experience. It does the same. It mirrors on the same thing. And also, I didn't know this until
fountains on the backside as well.
Yeah.
Both sides have got fountains.
Oh, sick! I didn't know.
And it mirrors the same kind of sequence each way. And then obviously you can see where the fountains are going to come in summer when it does like the lean face forward into the fountains and stuff. So I liked it. I mean, I'm used to it. We have a traveling top spin that comes to fairs around here, and we got something like 11 flips one time, and I thought I was going to die. So I'm used to that shit. But what it was, I enjoyed it, and I think it's perfect. I know it does have 5 settings, we were told, and that was like a 4. So we can go more. I would like a 5.
Which will probably summer, won't it, when they throw the fountains higher than the gondola, which I actually saw on Coaster Togs.
Yes, there was one where they tested the full fountains, didn't they?
Yeah, fucking went miles.
Or like they might just save that one for Scarefest or something.
Maybe. What I found cool was the first ride we got was facing where Blade was. So the free flips were under flips. And then when you do it the other way, they're over flips. So you get 2 different experiences from each side. And we were really hoping to get the opposite side. And I'm glad we did. But
I've done both, and I prefer it facing Galactica.
Oh, you prefer it that way? Okay. Yeah, I like the underflips. I don't know why. It felt better doing a backflip for me for some reason. I don't know why. It felt a bit more intense. But at night, when it's been running all day, well, most of the day, 75% of the day, let's say for Sunday, it was hauling ass on them spins, and it was very intense.
I didn't get to do it at night because I gave up on the Saturday. I had mild hypothermia, so I went back to the hotel for a beverage.
We could have done it Saturday, but I was like, I'm here tomorrow, so
then again,
tomorrow.
I was going to do it Saturday. I was in the queue to do it Saturday. I was very nearly on it on Saturday until we had Poogate, and then I didn't get to ride it on Saturday. So that is when I gave up.
Poomageddon.
This
already.
Poonami.
Poonami is
Toxicator.
That was pleasant. So yeah, I would have rode it on Saturday, but alas, there was poop.
Mate, how does that happen on the first?
How does it happen next to the brand new ride? Like, that is such bad luck, honestly. Such bad luck.
And it was quite funny to watch.
I literally can't think of another. Like, have we heard of that happening? Literally any other
place? No, it's like a one-off freak event.
I've never heard of that.
Will never ever.
It was just
again.
in the perfect place, though. Any drain in Forbidden Valley,
perfect timing,
and it was that one. It was sensational.
Toxic themed ride. Like, was it a marketing stunt? Like,
breathing some poop particles.
Incredible. How else can't catch a break on opening days, man? Like, is this 3 in a row now? Because like I
can't remember a good one.
It snowed on Wickerman's opening day, didn't it? So we had to close that.
Yeah.
Smilers stayed on the lift. Nemesis didn't move.
Oh, did it?
When it opened.
Nemesis pissed it down all day.
It pissed it down
and then
like,
went down
all
and had
on
a full queue line evac, which shouldn't have happened.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. They can't. They like someone hit some higher entity hates towers on opening days. I swear to God.
Sorry, Kira says if it was a marketing stunt, they'd have released the craps from Sea Life on Nemesis. Imagine the chaos.
Well, they did turn the waterfalls back on.
Just a bunch of
on Nemesis
crabs just crawling.
Oh yeah, the old queue line waterfall was on, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first drop as well, the helix, the turnaround. Yeah, it was all there.
Oh no, Claire has said about the Battle Galleons incident that Emma.
Yeah, I'm aware of that one.
Apparently, the Skyride station toilets have burst pipes before.
What? Wait, put up Claire's comment.
See, I don't think this was the time that I got poo in the mouth on Battle Galleons. I don't think this is a different one.
I would hope you didn't get it in the I would hope you didn't get it in the mouth this past weekend.
I was not very well after my last ride on Battle Galleons, FYI. Only to find out that there was a broken pipe with poop going into the pond.
Oh, lovely.
So there is a serious
Matt
poop
says
situation.
it was the same time.
Oh, was it that time? Makes sense then. Me and Vic were not very well after that.
Rip. But fair play to Towers though, because I was sat there.
Yeah,
I
didn't
at the hotel
expect
at the time, and I was saying to Pete and Dave, I was like, "We ain't getting on. Like that's it. It's done. It's done for like this weekend completely. They'll have to clean it, cleanse it.
Yeah, I was convinced that was
get an exorcist down. Like it was just.
Well, they did tweet, didn't they? They tweeted that they they tweeted that they didn't expect it to open again, but it did.
No,
obviously after I'd left. Sod's law. But
and then
you said it didn't smell after like down there after it opened as well. I would imagine it would still have fucking stank.
It actually didn't though. So we went past. So we went back in about an hour and a half to 2 hours
over there.
After it happened. On the monorail, we went over. You could smell a bit as you went past. And then when we walked back down through Gloomy Wood, we're trying to just avoid the hills because the Skyride wasn't open yet. It was like you could smell shit. It was bad. And then we actually got to Toxicator and you couldn't smell anything. And it was back open. We were like, what? What? Really?
Josh says £10 to anybody who licks the Forbidden Grid. No, considering you said that you dropped a £10 note into the.
I was going to say, what? The £10 you lost?
I don't
It's
think
not a
anyone wants
wishing
to
well.
£10.
It's not a wishing well, Josh.
But generally,
Oh.
Sunday, I was there on the Sunday as well, was night and day. Sunday was great. Apart from Oblivion. Oblivion had a bit of a fart, but
Mm-hmm.
But
it was
managed to hold it
infinitely
then.
better on the Sunday. I mean, I left quite early. I think I left at like 4 or something. But
Well,
a lot better. I did loads on loads for me. 4 rides is a lot for me.
Yeah, we didn't. We stayed. So we stayed the whole weekend, came back Monday. So on Saturday, before we got down to Toxicator at night, we actually rode Smiler front row at night, which is just a banging ride right at night, regardless. It was very good. The Smiler's running very well this year.
I didn't mind my ride on it. Apart from the
was
obvious
phenomenal.
last inversion, the rest of it was
Oh
absolutely fine.
yeah, the last invert, but it felt like it was taking the whole circuit quicker. Like I don't know what it was.
I did a front row. I
felt-
enjoyed it, and I don't really enjoy Smiler.
Yeah,
People keep talking about like the exit of the Cobra roll and the last 2 rolls being like just uncomfortable. That's my favorite part of the ride.
Mate, honestly,
head.
it was.
It feels so
You're a
fast
sadist.
going through there.
The first roll,
Right.
the first roll.
It never
before
bothered me that much.
Yeah, the first roll before the end, like was like Velocicoaster-esque Mosasaurus roll trying to chuck you out of your seat at night.
Yeah.
Like it was so quick, man.
Oh,
Like
love
I was like, what? Like honestly, we hit it, and I was like, flashbacks. What's going on? This this isn't an Intamin. We took the corner. I was like, what the fuck just happened? That was insane. That was like one of the best rides I've had on Smiler, and it was great. But we then also managed to get on the Sunday and finally done it. Nemesis Reborn front row at night. Amazing. So good. A little bit of rain as well, so it added to the atmosphere. It was
I've not done it on the front at night. I think I've had one front row since it reopened.
So good. Going through that smoke is intense.
The ride that in Oktoberfest 2020, when like I had a night ride on it, I can't remember where I sat. It might have been in the front row or second row, and then Sean was on the train behind us. Like we were all looking at each other on the train. That is certifiably the best ride I've ever had on Smiler. And then I get up the stairs to exit the station, and Sean's in the train behind us, and it was like, that was fucking incredible. That was insane, wasn't it? That's like without like that. I don't think I'm gonna get another ride on Smiler that'll top that. So
when it duels at the right time,
yeah,
it's great. I think I remember on the Towers Times event where we had the ERT in the morning on the Smiler. So obviously they were just throwing the trains out. I think that's the only time I can remember where it has really duelled when it's supposed to. So when you are going over the inversions at the same time, you literally feel like you could high five the other train. I think I've only had that once, but it does make it an infinitely better ride when you've got friends on the other train and you can.
Yeah, it's great when you hit the airtime hills as well, and you look sideways and you just see the train light just fuck off as you both go like kind of like this, just at the last moment. It's a really good ride. Honestly, it's gone back in my good books. It was riding very, very. I don't know what they've done, but they've done something to the trains. They must have, and it's just riding so smooth. I couldn't believe it. Like there was no jolts, there was no rattling, none whatsoever. It was so good. Really enjoyed it. Nemi was fucking flying.
My Saturday morning ride was rattly as hell. Rattly as hell.
Yeah. Morning ride. So on the Sunday, we got in the queue line for Nem, and it had broke down and they couldn't clear the block off the transfer track. So they sent the train up to go up the lift hill, and then it wouldn't move. So they both just stopped then. So then the engineers basically had to like force it off the transfer track to move it round. They finally got it going, but when it went, honestly, it took the last turn concerningly slow.
Oh no.
And then it slapped on straight after it, and it crawled down towards, down the pitch of the track, down towards the station to the transfer track. It made it, but it was very, very slow. I was like,
I did a ride on my annual ride on Galactica was on Sunday morning, and let me tell you, when you have had something to drink the night before, no, I did the whole ride like this. And Matt was
That's
sat
a
next
lot
to me
of
going, "Don't
pressure
you
on your
dare!" And I
stomach.
was like, it's too slow. The feeling of that ride on a hangover is not a nice one. Like, it's too slow. It's horrible.
And the pressure
It
on
was
your stomach as well.
Oh,
like
well.
just wanting to push it out of you.
horrendous.
So on the Sunday, we were going to do Nemesis at night, which is what we did front row. But as we were walking into Forbidden Valley, you'll see it on the vlog that I release soon. There was a staff member walking past us in Gloomy Wood, and they got a radio call saying Toxicator had gone down. Now, obviously, we're going back that way to do Nemesis and then Toxicator. We were going to do it the other way around. Had we done it the other way around, obviously, we wouldn't have probably got the night ride front row on Nemesis. So I'm on the vlog and I'm like, I'm really pissed off. I'm sick of chasing rides that are open. And then we get to Nemesis and we finally get there and then the testing Toxicator. So it's like, it's such an emotional last hour and a half of Sunday was mental. It was like, oh, I'm not going to get on it. To like, we've done everything. We even got to do Galactica at night on the back, which was
I think
fantastic.
Sunday salvaged it for a lot of people. I think Saturday was just an operational nightmare, which is to be expected. For an opening weekend. But you know me, like I'm just there for the vibe. I had a lovely time.
Yeah, I did. I had a great time.
Emma
Stayed at
lives for the chaos.
Splash Landings.
I do live for the chaos, James.
We went through a crate and a bit of Budweiser on Sunday. It was fun.
I went for a lot of vodka.
Vodka's probably not. Yeah.
A lot.
That's probably not a good idea. And then you went on Galactica after vodka. Fair play.
Like I said, no.
I couldn't. I'd have to walk home if I did that. So yeah, James, you went to Efteling recently.
I did, as did about half of the current chat. So I
Tell
don't
us
feel
how
like
it
I
was.
need to actually say much
No,
about
just tell us what you thought of it.
What was the occasion?
So, like we just a big group.
Jacob
of us
they
was
wanted
like,
to.
go to Efteling. There's no occasion. Oh no, it was
fair enough.
it was Austin's birthday as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Happy belated birthday.
But yeah,
Awesome.
it was a brilliant trip. I loved it. The journey there was hell in the morning. I did not enjoy getting up at 10 to 4 in the morning to travel there.
No.
But
hey, when it's for parks, it's cool.
Stepping
No,
into the park, it was just stunning. I absolutely loved the park.
Was that your first time there?
It is beautiful. Yes. First time going to the park, and yeah, I fell in love straight away.
Excuse me.
And yeah, just the entire experience, every. Oh yeah, no, it was leaving at 10 to 4, not getting up at 10 to 4. Jeez. Yeah, every attraction we went in was just like stunningly themed. And just the whole operations of the park, like I really like the fact that there's no fast tracks. It's just everyone is all in the same boat. The first day we were there was fairly busy, so we kind of like split the coaster creds across the 2 days. But I think the standout highlight was definitely Dance Macabre, and then the hotel. We stayed in Lunchland. Bart's probably cringing at my pronunciation.
That's not the new one, is it? They're still building.
No, it's
yeah.
It's the one that has the giant deer antlers as theming on the front of the building. It was absolutely stunning. The food there, the evening meal, beautiful. They do a 3-course menu, which is €37. And I had a camembert starter. Wow. I think it was sirloin steak for the main, and it was the best steak I've ever had.
Jeez.
It was like cooked to perfection. Like you didn't have to chew it. It was stunning. And then my dessert, which I didn't really know what I was getting. It just said coffee Lunchland. It was coffee, a cookie, and then basically a shot of herbal liqueur, so Jaeger, essentially.
No.
On the side. It was such an odd experience. And yeah, the beer that they do at the hotel, which I have purchased, is.
Did you try it? Is that like the only bottle, or have you tried a different bottle?
No, I tried a bottle at the hotel, and I've got 2 bottles here that I still haven't drunk yet.
No, but a 3-course meal, including a steak, being €37 is actually insane.
Yeah, I think the steak added €2, but
oh no,
still €39 for a 3-course meal.
Deal breaker.
Nah,
absolutely.
Were any screens involved?
Any screens? No. There were no screens.
Don't get me
started. Oh yeah. We bought every bottle of the hotel beer they had between us. They have a deal on, so you get. I've got the bag here. You get 2 bottles of
staying in your hotel. Deal on beer.
2 bottles of the beer and the glass. Yeah. Which
Don't drop it. You're live on air.
There you
go. Ooh. Oh, nice.
The logo of the hotel. Ooh, and it was like €13 for 2 bottles and a glass. So it was just like...
What?
So no,
it's like 1 Stella at Costa. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the breakfast was good as well.
Go to bed.
Not the usual traditional English breakfast, so not as much cooked meats. But the breads they had were
breads.
beautiful, like just being cooked, brought out to the table. Nice. But it wasn't just Efteling we went to. We did head over to Toverland as well. And I absolutely love that park. Avalon is beautiful.
I love Toverland.
I think we spent most of the day in Avalon. It's just stunning area to be in. Phoenix is great, really intense, really smooth. Back when B&M was smooth. Did my first boost days.
Was it uncomfortable? They're uncomfortable, right?
Very
so
uncomfortable.
Fucking uncomfortable.
The only good thing it did was it gave me a very nice click on my back right at the start, and then after that it was pain.
The
launch was very underwhelming as well. It was like
the one at Flamingo Land does a better launch, but they're just horrendous booster packs. I hate them.
Yeah,
I don't mind the one at Flamingo Land.
Velocity's
back one out.
I don't want to sit on a bike. It is not comfortable.
And yeah, I really enjoyed Toverland. I do need to go back though because the beloved Troy.
What was the point of going? Why did you go?
I was already there.
You knew that before you went, right?
Yes, yeah, we did.
Oh God, imagine.
Same with
Efteling.
Absolutely not. I want my money
Efteling,
back.
Flying Dutchman was closed as well, so I have to go back for that.
Oh, Flying Dutchman was closed. Oh, right. Yeah, I was gonna say, did you get on everything at Efteling, like all of the household names?
Oh, Python. That.
Oh yeah.
Fucking incredibly smooth. What the fuck? Like,
oh yeah, because they retracked it like a bunch of years ago, right?
Really good.
And
I was very shocked.
It's like smooth to the point. Like, I mean, not that I've ridden it, but like by all accounts from everyone who I've heard speak about it, it's smooth to the point where it's like it's almost too smooth.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. The only thing that ruins it is the comedically slow lift hill. Because you go off onto it and it's at a decent speed, and then it slows down, and you're like, "What?" You're on this lift hill for like 2 minutes. I swear.
Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah, no.
And
yeah,
then on the way back, we
get
popped
into
Plopsa, which was
of course
always. Got to get them ride happiness rides.
No, get into Dance Macabre though, and how much. I mean, like, what were your expectations? What were you?
So I had followed the construction
spoiling
of it, and then as soon as it opened, I refused to watch any videos because I was like, okay, I am actually going within a reasonable time frame. So I didn't know any of the ride sequence or anything. Like I'd seen bits of the inside of the building, but not too much. And yeah, just that entire area is just immaculately crafted together. Like every fine detail, it looks like it's been there since like the park opened. Like it's just so ingrained in that area. It's beautiful. Like
I was gonna say the wear on like the building and on the on the walls around like the area and the plaza and everything. Like it like you said, it looks like it's been there for decades.
Yeah, and the ambience in the area as well, all the music. I've listened to the playlist that they uploaded to Spotify countless times now. Because the good thing is they don't they save Dance Macabre for inside the show. They have their own area music, so you don't really hear it at all. Like there's little kind of hints to it throughout. And yeah, the actual ride system really fun. My only issue with it is the motors make a very, very loud whirring sound, which throughout most of the ride is fine because the music is loud, but at the end it quietens down a little bit as it's parking, and it's just like a constant as you're zeroing back. But yeah, like every ride we had ended with everyone erupting into applause. And as soon as I got off of it, I was just like, if I knew Towers could pull it off to the same degree, this would be a perfect ride system replacement for Hex. It would work so well with the story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just
definitely.
They need to be able to pull it off, and I don't know if they would want to spend the money considering how much it was.
A lot of money.
Yeah,
it's
20 million.
The budget started at 25 million euro. It ended up costing 35 million.
No, all the Aramak food in the world couldn't afford make you afford that. So,
well, they don't sell enough of it because it's shite. No, but the without knowing anything, like, I mean, I've seen like a run through video of like a test cycle once, so like I know nothing about it, but just like it seems like I really appreciate just like a creepy like dark ride experience, like just like one that's not like overly like, you know, like overwhelmingly scary or whatever. I'm not that big a fan of like Halloween events and
it's
shit. But like
really
when it's like creepy and lurk
really
and like ominous sort of,
yeah,
like, and just like very tension building. I appreciate, you know, just any kind of experience's ability to foster that and just build that in an experience. And it seems like Dance Macabre does really well with just carrying that on throughout the entire experience while also being just a really beautiful experience as well.
I need to save that area at night because it lit up will be stunning.
Honestly,
also
like...
shout out to the toilets in that area.
Oh,
even the toilets are ridiculously themed. It has themed lighting which goes dark occasionally, which is great.
What are the hand dryers like? You know what them hand dryer enthusiasts are up to?
Hand dryers, they are a Dyson.
Plays a heavy metal version of Dance Macabre.
Even the urinals are themed. They look like old kind of water like water features that you get around cities. It's like, what?
Solid Dyson.
It's a solid Dyson.
Yeah,
that sounds like if anyone's watched How I Met Your Mother, when Ted and Robin
I would agree with Matt that there wasn't enough
Dyson.
Solid Dyson. I've not watched that for ages.
Like it seems like the type of, like, honestly, it seems like the type of thing that would fit perfectly in Dark Universe, Epic Universe. Like, obviously not that, like, just a clone of that story or that experience, something like that, but like something similar. As like a secondary.
It has it is massive batches. It's 108 people at a time. going through that ride.
Wow. Holy, that's actually, there you go then.
But the issue is you need to have batching zones because while you're waiting, it's a 2-minute odd cycle. You are stood for a while, not moving because they
not
do
only the cycle, but
because they do batch you about halfway through the queue into then a second queue. There is a little kind of break section, which is what slows it down. But yeah, it is.
And just the process of getting over 100 people onto a ride and then off a ride as well.
So it's really staff intensive though, because every single stall has a host there to get everyone in and restraints checked. You have about 3 or 4 outside as well. The way they batch it is really cool. Once you get there, they have a tablet that has an entire graphic of all of the stalls, and they'll enter a group size and send them to a specific stall, and it will show them filling it up, so they know they've got the perfect amount going to each different section. Oh yeah, and the main queue was quicker than the single rider.
Wow.
So 45 main, 30-minute single rider, and
oh shit,
I think we ended up getting through a bit quicker. Yeah, you do stand in darkness for a while as well to acclimatize your eyes.
That's clever.
It's clever, but also terrifying when you're walking along a very dark corridor and then a door just appears and you walk into it.
Part of the experience is not like a random door. So Emma, do you want to tell us about your trip?
You got a phone light on. You got a torch on your phone. Use your torch.
Some fucking idiot was walking through X sector with a light on the phone, like at Towers. Like it just drove me insane.
Walking through X sector. What?
Yeah, I just couldn't see.
I assume at night. Like what?
Yeah, but like. Obviously, the Smilers' screens are going off mental, and then you've got all the lighting that's there now, and they still had the bloody torch out, just shining it on the phone. I was like, put your fucking torch away.
I mean, like, what were they even lighting up?
Nothing.
They were keeping an eye out for poop.
Just blinding. Emma went to Madrid.
I did go to Madrid.
On Blackpool opening.
It were really wet. I liked Madrid.
Yeah, imagine skipping out on Blackpool opening weekend and going to Madrid, Spain, and getting more rained on than you would have if you'd have stayed in Blackpool.
Oh, not just rain, Mikhail. So much rain to warrant an extreme weather warning. Okay, it rained. However, Saturday we went to Park Warner, Madrid, and I finally got to ride Gotham City Escape, and it was fucking sensational. Although slightly terrifying at points. It was very good. First ride, first thing in the morning, it was raining and I couldn't see much, but that made it even scarier because the ejector on that thing is stupid. And the hang time
is... that the one where you sent the video? No,
that was later on. That was later on. But
that was fucking great.
Where you look like the Wicked Witch.
Like for a morning ride, it flew. Like I didn't expect the launches to be that powerful, and the ejector was like silly, like ejector, and that stall borderline terrifying because you do feel yourself gradually just going. Out your seat. I was like, it takes it really slowly. Takes it really slowly, so much so. On my first ride, I just went nope when they turned over. But I think we had like 3 rides on it on the Saturday. One in the evening, like they do like you wear your ponchos on the ride, but at one point it came out from under my restraint and began to come off over my head. So for most of it, I was just doing this, trying not to suffocate throughout the whole ride. Just like, it was great. What else did we do? The Woody was closed and hadn't been open all weekend. Stuntfall did open to test in the morning, but then it pissed it down so it didn't open for the rest of the day. So I didn't get out Stuntfall all weekend, which is why I wanted to go there. I was very angry. What else is there? Shadows of Arkham B&M Invert was decent. Quite intense in places. We did that a few times, and then Superman was my first ever B&M Flawless, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Bigger than it looks. A little bit scary at the top, not lie.
It's like out in a field with like
the whole park's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
the whole park is in the middle of nowhere. But it was great. We did. They have a passage there as well. They have a passage scare maze based on the Conjuring series. That was really good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that'll be a no from me.
oh, it was really, really good. It was really good. The Rapids and the Rio Bravo Flume ride weren't open, being March and pissing it down. So we missed. It sounds like we missed out on a lot, but it didn't feel like we did. If that makes sense. Like I was fulfilled enough by the stuff that we did. We weren't sat around wondering what to do at any point. It wasn't overly busy, but it wasn't quiet. It was just damp. I'll not lie. But the park was open till 9 p.m, so we got night rides on everything. Night rides on Batman were incredible. Only thing is though, like the pre-show is good, but the pre-show is not good, and you don't want to listen to it 10 times a day because it's a long pre-show.
Yeah,
like it's like watching Wicker Man, but then like it just you just don't want to watch it every time you ride it. Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes no, you don't. Wish you could skip it. Like
like it's a fun pre-show, but it lasts like 3 or 4 minutes, and it's like when you've seen it once, you've seen it 10 times.
Is it one of those where they put like they don't just cycle the queue line through the pre-show room? Like they batch you into the they just batch you into there.
Yeah, so they batch you into like Wayne Manor, and the first room is your pre-show, but then like you walk through like the second room's like themed like the Batcave kind of thing. You walk straight through that, the way they batched it, and then you just kind of queue a little bit in like the underground station, like you're escaping on the underground tunnels. So you queue in like the station for a few trains, but yeah, it just becomes a bit long when you've done it. Do you know what I mean? You just want to ride the ride. It makes it hard, especially when it's got like a 5-minute queue and you want to try and lap it at the end of the day, but you've got to wait 10-15 minutes to get through all this shit. It's quite annoying.
Yeah.
But impressive, like to see for the first time. Sunday, we went to Park Day Attractions, and I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So
we basically got there.
Did you end up going back to Park Warden?
Yeah, we got there and we went in.
Did you actually?
Yeah, we went in and we'd already bought tickets. We bought a combo ticket, so we'd already bought tickets. And we went in and we were wandering around and we were just like, where the fuck is everyone? Like, not even staff on any of the rides. And we were like, is it a staggered ride opening? What's going on? It wasn't raining at this point. Anyway, we went to ask a member of staff and they were like, the roller coasters don't run in the rain. And we're like, well, it's not raining. She was like, oh no, it's raining. I was like, it wasn't fucking raining. The air was damp, if anything, like wet air. It wasn't raining. Like no, the roller coasters don't run. So we're like, what's open? Oh, you can ride the drop tower and you can ride the top spin. Well, thank you. I'm glad I paid €28 to ride this drop tower and this top spin.
Wait, so how can it even be like if it's not raining, it's not raining? like how can it be up for debate if it's raining or not?
Well, then even to turn around and be like, oh, we don't run the coasters in the rain. Hold on, I was at Part 1 yesterday and it smashed it down all day. So what? Don't give me that shit. Like, where is everyone?
Yeah. I had that PA once when I was younger. They wouldn't open Dragon Con because it was windy, and it wasn't even windy, like at all.
No. So like we could go on the rain on this horrendous drop tower
because it's a hard stop, and usually with that it's like
I get that.
It's a really low mile per hour that it could be blowing that they stop that operating the taller rides anyway.
So
but with rain, it's
like,
hour. If it's not raining, it's not fucking raining.
No, it was just like damp air, like a misty air kind of thing. It wasn't even raining. Yeah, but then so I got to look at Abismo, which looked horrible anyway, and I got to look at the Intamin invert. Looked great. I don't know, cursed supports. We saw that in real life. Rode the drop tower, which was an Intamin, same as Apocalypse, and then
the
top spin.
The Maura spinning coaster as well. Tarantula.
Yeah, I'm sure it was great. I don't know. So we were there an hour. We bumped into Jack Grant, like another enthusiast, and he was like, "What the fuck?" So we just went. We looked at the time, and we were like, "Park Warner's open till 9, and we'll just go back there." So I think we paid like I had a look on like the website tickets with a queue, and it was like 30 quid getting Park Warner, and it was only like 1 o'clock at this point. It was open till 9. It's half an hour drive, so we were like,
fucking might as well.
And Park Warner was dead. So everything had 5-minute queues all day. So we mopped up some of the other shit that we didn't do, and then just got loads of rides on Batman.
Nice.
Oh, I drank loads of beer as well. That was great.
Mm-hmm. What was your favorite bit of Batman?
That first launch looks mental, by the way. Like
you don't expect it because it's not a long launch into that inversion.
It's just super short, but it just fucking boots
it's
you out of the
because
building.
I twatted my head for the first time I did it. I was like, fuck. But I liked the top hat because I didn't know how it was going to be when you think like, because it stalls at the top. And I was like, is that not just taken away from the momentum of the ride and whether? And my first ride was on the front row, and the hang time on the front was crazy. Like literally, like you just hung at the top. But then obviously at the back, you still like it goes slowly over the top, but then like pulls you over it as it goes. That's probably the bit I enjoyed most. Or there is one bit where it like dips down into a tunnel and the ejector is so prolonged. Like it didn't hurt my thighs until I'd done it like 6 times in a row, and then I was like, oh no, it hurts now. But I have got fatter since I rode Conda, so if anything, it's a good thing. But yeah, the prolonged airtime on it was great, and the hang time.
Save lives.
They do.
No, the airtime hill, like straight after the top hat, and then that little dip after the dive loop that goes under a bridge or some shit. Like I've watched
the prolonged airtime on that is silly.
Yeah, look,
silly. Yeah, like I said, like. Go on, sorry.
That looks like the strong. No. I was just gonna say that looks like the strongest airtime that Intamin has put on a modern coaster yet. Like since maybe Skyrush, in terms of just like the strength of the ejector.
Do you know what it felt like? You know, on Taron, where you go to the launch and then you bend round and then it goes under that little tunnel bit and you get that massive pop, and it is a little bit prolonged going. Like it was kind of like that, but longer. And like I said, like I messaged you guys, didn't I? Because you were asking how my thighs were, and I was like, oh, my thighs are fine. But yeah, after a few, I was like, I want to get off now. It hurts. Like it really is quite like prolonged ejector, and the stall was a little bit terrifying. But overall, it was great. I think it is better than Toutatis, which pained me because I really liked it. I think I put it in with. Bear with.
Yeah, whereas in your top 10, top 15.
Toutatis was my number 3, but now no. So I put Batman in at 3 and Toutatis is number 4 now. I like Toutatis, but the main thing I liked about Toutatis was the forward and backwards airtime on the launch. The rest of the ride was fine, whereas Batman, the whole ride is great.
Awesome.
But yeah, so it was worth it. Shit weather. Part of the attractions was stupid, but it was worth it for Batman.
Batman does look. I don't know how to. Like it just looks from a layout standpoint, not more interesting, but it just looks more unusual.
Yeah.
Than Toutatis.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, worth it.
I think it does as well.
I think to be fair,
they actually made a top hat stall work properly. from what I've heard, anyway.
Like I enjoyed it. Like
much better on.
And themed to a really cool IP as well.
Yeah, I love Batman. So
how long have we been screaming for a like a good modern, like elite modern Batman themed coaster?
Yeah,
outside
exactly.
Of the Batman the Ride Clone.
Yeah, the clone.
What I would say though is it has quite an abrupt ending. I hadn't really watched many POVs, or from what I had seen, I didn't really see the end of it. It just goes into like a small spike and then just like breaks and like comes back in on a turntable. Like it was quite abrupt, like going from like really high octane, exciting, and then it was just kind of Felt like it hit a wall and stopped. Like I'd have preferred something a little bit more after the stall. Just something to kind of like tie it all off, rather than just. It felt as if they were like, "Oh shit! Like we've run out of room. Or, like we've just got to stop
especially
here right
when
We've run out of budget. Here's the wall.
especially when it has 3 launches and the like the only element you get after the 3rd launch is that stall. It feels like there should be like one more element before that break. I can see how that would feel abrupt.
Yeah, it was. I mean, don't get me wrong, it didn't take away from the ride. It was just from my point of view. I'd have liked it to kind of peter out a little bit better rather than just abruptly stop. But it did, like I say, it didn't take anything away from the ride. The ride is really long. It's really fun. The launches are fun. The hang time is brilliant, and the ejector is crazy. So definitely worth the trip. And I think if you were to get a combo ticket and part of the attractions weren't being so fucking stupid, it was only like 50 quid for both parks. So
oh wow, it's a no-brainer.
It's definitely worth it. I would say go. I'd like to go back in the summer anyway. And do the I wanted to do Stuntfall. I wanted to go partly for Stuntfall and didn't get to do it, so worth it.
Yeah, I think I'd freak out a little bit with the IP because Batman's like, I love Batman. Like I've got fucking Secret Labs chair, Batman. Like it's I just love it. It's an awesome IP. It's so cool. And like you say, you go into Wayne Manor and stuff. I've not seen that shit. So should I stay spoiler free? Like, should I just leave it? And
it's not like a mega exciting pre-show, but it's all right. But just aesthetically, it's quite pleasing.
Cool. Yeah, definitely need to get out there and ride that. Yeah, Stuntfall. I don't know. For me, that's like
it looked well big. It was.
No, I really want to do so. I went to. I really want to do a giant inverted boomerang because like they look. They look massive and they look like stupid aggressive and stuff. When I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain for the first time in 2011, they had Deja Vu there. Like one of the first giant inverted boomerangs, and I still remember this to this day. I basically just didn't want to ride it because, I went to go check out the queue for it, and the queue was stupid. And I was like, it's on one train; it's going to take forever to get on. So I just said, "Fuck this," and went somewhere else. And then they took it out, and I've not been to a park that had an open giant inverted boomerang since. Since
there's
that
only two now, right?
There's
only two, right? Stuntfall, and then the one.
There's Aftershock at Silverwood, which
it's only them two, right? Isn't it?
I might be wrong. I think so. I went to Park 1 of Madrid. I can't remember what year, and Stuntfall was closed, so I didn't even get to ride it then either. I
was impressed that they were testing it in the morning. To be fair, because the day before was the season opening. And people said it hadn't opened all day. So when we were queuing to get in, I was like, shit, it's open. But as soon as the rain started coming down, it was like, no.
Are apparently free operating, but one you're not going to be able to get to. It's Quantum Leap at Sochi Park in Russia. So
no, maybe we'll leave it.
Probably not them.
Otherwise, it's Stuntfall or Aftershock.
Yeah, I want to go back because I like my water rides. I want to do them. Even though the Woody's atrocious, I would like to do the Woody. And I imagine when the sun's out, it's quite a vibey park.
Yeah.
It just happened to be a wee bit wet, but it didn't ruin it. Like, we're English, we used to be.
Yes,
it was fine.
Definitely.
Used to a bit wet. Those giant the giant inverted boomerangs look insane. Like I wouldn't compare them to, like the shitty Vekoma boomerangs and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah. When you stood next to it, it's massive.
Yeah.
Really big.
Yeah.
But
there you go. It was wet. That is my roundup of my trip.
Brilliant. Sounds like you had a great time.
Yeah. I was going to go into the news that we found out about yesterday with Hirschend buying Palace Entertainment's parks, like US parks, but no, we can do that next week or another time or something.
Yeah, no worries.
We have hit
time.
We have. So, anybody got anything to plug? Any vlogs coming up or anything from anyone?
There's more vlogs on my channel now than there was combined last year, so do enjoy them.
I've got
Putting in the graph, I
got
see.
the 360 vlog, so you'll be able to just look around everywhere as we're vlogging as well of opening day, and then we've got a normal, I'm gonna say 2D, but a normal vlog of Towers Day on the Sunday as well. As well as like, yeah, I know it's weird, but we've also got a 360 off ride of Toxicator on the channel now as well. So if you want to go and check that out, please do go and check that out. And it's literally from the morning of opening, so it was nice atmosphere and stuff. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll be back next week, and I need to try and remember how to turn the stream off.
Oh, we're gonna get an outro this time because we didn't get an outro last time.
Let's see.
Don't we barely get anything these days?
Let's try.
Maybe. Bye, everyone. Maybe.
Bye.
All right.
No. It's changed so much. Thanks for watching, guys. Please make sure you subscribe, like this video. See you next time. Bye-bye.